What's up, everybody? Today we're going to be talking about the magic of Five Nights at Freddy's 1's ambient soundtrack. I heard you guys loud and clear, and I will be doing a cosplay sometime this year. I don't know when, but I'm thinking about doing Fredbear. Anyways, let's get started with this video. And why, in my opinion, Five Nights at Freddy's 1 has the best soundtrack of the entire series. And I know that might be a bold statement, but after this video, maybe you'll understand. And if you're a fan from like 2015, 2016, then you're gonna totally understand what I'm talking about right now. And for the new fans, if you want to understand what I'm talking about right now, then how about I just show you a little clip of what I'm talking about. You heard me right. That soundtrack is the Five Nights at Freddy's 1 soundtrack. A metallic metal churning followed by a slow drone in the background. And you guys may be thinking, why is this guy making a video on a Five Nights at Freddy's 1 soundtrack in 2023, soon to be 4? Well, I'm doing this for 1, content, and 2, I never want this soundtrack to be forgotten, because it is a huge dose of nostalgia for me, and many others. I have not heard this soundtrack in over 3 years, and it popped up in my suggested feed, so I thought, why not? And man, what an experience that was revisiting this soundtrack. I don't know if other people feel this way, but to me there's always been this constant disconnect between the new FNAF fans and the old ones. But I don't see why it has to be that way. I think one of the main reasons the old FNAF fans don't like the new ones is because the new ones are a big reason why FNAF Security Breach was rushed and why its DLC Ruin was rushed as well. As you all know from my Nostalgia Analysis series, I have been a FNAF fan since the very beginning. So, here's what I think should happen. I think every single new FNAF fan should go back and rewatch the series and also replay the series so they can kind of get the feel for what the old fans feel. Also, I would like them to watch the nostalgic videos that I mentioned in my Nostalgia Analysis series. Also, they should respect the older fans and stop rushing the games. That's a big reason why I think people didn't like Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. It felt very rushed and the story was not very good. And I think the older fans like you and I should be a little less grouchy. Now, we certainly ain't your grandpa, okay? We're not that old yet. But personally, I think we've been a little bit too harsh on the new fans. They're not as experienced as us and they don't know better. Five Nights at Freddy's means a lot to many people, including me. But if there's one thing that summarizes the scary things in Five Nights at Freddy's, I think it would be the first game's ambient soundtrack. Now, there's many different reasons why people like the games. Personally, I think it's all of them combined into one. First of all, there is the story. Without the story, I don't think FNAF would still be this popular. Also, the memes. I mean, come on, they're memes. They're always going to be around. And also, I would put the characters. The character designs are just simply iconic and they're instantly recognizable. There is nostalgia, of course, and there is also the scary factor. Now, mix them all together, and what do you have? An awesome franchise, that's what. And for me, the Five Nights at Freddy's 1 ambient soundtrack perfectly shows us what the scary factor is. Merry Christmas all, and a Happy New Year.